Hi, it's Terry and Drew Edwards, and we're the guys that recruitment and search firms come to when they want to scale their business, when they want to increase their sales, and when they want to increase their personal income. And one of the biggest problems that recruitment and search firms have that we speak to on a regular basis is lack of sales. Now, what they say to us is, look, we've got some great clients that we're working with right now, and these clients, we always deliver for them, and these clients come back to us again and again. The real problem we have, guys, is that we're not getting enough new business, not enough new sales of clients coming in. So, Drew, from your point of view, what's the implications of that?
Well, again, it should go without saying. I think the implications of not making enough sales is that you're. So again, if you've got repeat business from past clients, that's good. But if you're not making enough new sales, then you'll just stay at a certain level without really seeing any growth, right? And I think often with not making enough sales comes sort of this unpredictability about your business, right? So we want we want predictable growth. If you're relying on past clients, we're sort of relying on them to come back to us if and when they have a need. And again, when they've got a need, it's really good. And again, we've probably all been in situations where you've got sort of one key client who keeps giving you business, but then for whatever reason, things slow down. And if you haven't got this consistent new sales coming in, when things slow down, your business really suffers. You get sort of obviously the revenue drops, you get the insecurity about where your next client's coming from. So, yeah, ultimately you lose that confidence. I think your ability to make sales and make them consistently, I guess it's the lifeblood of your business, right? Everything else depends on that. It doesn't matter how good you are at recruiting, how good you are at delivering on the assignments you get. None of that really matters if you haven't got the ability to one, have more conversations with prospects, but two, when you have those conversations, convert them into sales. But I think the key thing here is, when I say sales, I mean sales on your terms. So making a sale at the fee you want, on the terms you want, is vital to the future success of your recruitment and search business.
Yeah, I'd add to that sales and marketing are the lifeblood of any business, because sales and marketing actually bring the money into your business. If you haven't got that, and you're absolutely right, that's where the problem is. I think the other problem, of course, with the many recruitment search firms, have got these regular clients who are giving them business. But if they were to ever lose any of that business from the regular clients, they've got problems.
Yeah.
And Drew, what do you believe is the cause of that?
The cause of not making enough sales could be lots of things. I think a big one is simply not having enough conversations with hiring managers. I think another big one is people often have, I guess, negative connotations with sales in itself. So I think often you find not just the owners of the business, but also the consultants as well, they find sales a bit icky. So and when you speak to a client and you're not comfortable with what you're selling or how you're selling it, the client picks it up, so it really affects your conversion rate or your ability to get the sale on the right terms. I think another big one is lack of a structure to the sales process. For me, I think like for you to make a sale on for the right fee on the right terms, there's certain set of things that need to happen between you and the client. If you don't enter with a sales structure in your head, or the consultant enters without sales structure in the head, what can happen is you end up being led by the client rather than leading the process. And if you don't lead the process, things get skipped or things get done in the wrong order, and you end up not getting the best possible outcome that you want. I think like a number of reasons. I think as well, another big one, or sort of one that I've sort of put in the umbrella reason, I find that sales is an area of business that, for my personal opinion, recruitment and search owners and the consultants they employ don't spend enough time working at. I mean, you've often used the analogy, like if you imagine you sort of your favourite sports team, imagine that you heard that they didn't train for the big match or whatever it is. I see the same thing from consultants and the owners, that they're not really practicing, they're not really practicing that sales environment. So anytime that they enter a sales environment with a real client, it's almost like they're unrehearsed or unpracticed. So as I said, things are just a bit, I guess, rusty in terms of, but whereas if they were more deliberate about what was said in what way, they would make more sales, and what structure they use, they'd make more sales on the right terms for the right fee, and therefore help more clients as well, which I think is ultimately the reason that or one of the big reasons that we're doing this.
Yeah, yeah. The other thing I'd add to that as well is that for a lot of recruitment and search firms, one of the biggest fears for all of us, by the way, is this fear of rejection. So, because of this fear of rejection, the thinking is, well, if I don't ask for the business, if I don't have to ask for the business, if I don't have to try and sell, for want of a better word, then nobody's going to reject me. And it's that fear that then stops and creates this discomfort within asking the business. And you use a great term there. They find it a bit icky, which I think is a really, really good term. If you're an owner or director of a recruitment search firm, and one of your big challenges right now is not enough sales, join us in our group on Facebook. Within our group, we share with you some tools, techniques, and strategies that will result in you making more sales. In fact, there's one particular technique we can share with you where you don't have to actually sell, but you can get the client to want to buy from you more than you want to sell. So join our group on Facebook, and we'll share with you exactly how to do that.
You can join that group by clicking the link in this post.
Fantastic. Until next time, take care, take action, and be relentless.